Now I want to introduce our featured poet. Our featured poet today, Richard Greene. Richard Greene was born in Newfoundland and was educated at Memorial University of Newfoundland and Oxford University. He lives now in Cornwall, Ontario, and is a professor of English at the University of Toronto. He has 8 books. His third collection of poetry, Boxing the Compass, won the 2010 Governor General Literary Award. This collection includes the celebrated long poem, Over the Board, recounting his many journeys through the United States by Greyhound and Amtrak in the aftermath of 9/11. Patricia Kinney writes, his voice is meditative and searching, mixing the elegant with the colloquial, technically accomplished. The poems are uniformly paced and assured, telling the stories easily, conversationally. Greene takes the readers to his people and his place, assuming that they want to accompany him, because we are all spiritual wanderers, and every age is poised to hear the still, sad music of humanity. So let's welcome our featured poet, Richard Greene.
First of all, Anna, thank you so much for inviting me here and doing such a wonderful job on organizing this event. And it's an honor to follow your beautiful reading and to be on a card. It sounds like boxing, doesn't it? To be on a card with so many wonderful poets, writers, and translators. P.K.Page is, to my mind, a wonderful poet. And to begin my reading, I want to read Evening Dance of the Grey Flies, which she wrote in 1981. Now, she was, what's the math on that? 65 when she wrote that? And for her, that was sort of like mid-career. I'm having a war with my glasses today. Try again. Evening Dance of the Grey Flies. Grey flies, fragile, slender-winged and slender-legged, scribble a penciled script across the sunlit lawn. As grass and leaves grow black, the grey flies gleam, their cursive flight a gold calligraphy. It is the light that gilds their frail bodies, makes them fat and bright as bees, reflected or refracted light. As once my fist, burnished by some beam I could not see, glowed like gold mail and conjured Charlemagne, as once your face, grey, with illness and with age, a silver point against pillows white, shone suddenly like the sun before you died. Yeah, that's a lovely poem, and there's infinitude more out there, but I had quite some difficulty picking out one to read. Given that P.K.Page was a really great traveler, what I'd like to do is to read some poems that are, well, they'll start here in Mississauga and go afield. So the first one is set at Erindale College, where I've been teaching for the last 16 years, something like that, over on Mississauga Road North. At the college, serpentine, the path unwinds its innocence from building to building in flickering shade, where my students feed lazy raccoons, muffins, and glazed donuts, as if to domesticate the last wild things on this suburban campus, though nothing can make the few deer unafraid of engines, words, footfalls, the human rumpus, or subdue the fox's wily nonchalance, and teach him not to kill anything helpless. Here, among these fierce and sentimental students, I stand on the edge of a world not my own, snatching small goods from the large irrelevance of what we do, making the old sorrows known to children bearing their first calamities, teaching solitudes to the newly alone, explaining writers' exile to refugees and notions of intrinsic worth to half-fledged bankers already driving smart Mercedes. Yet, they live by their hope, curiously pledged to some afterness that will reward and bless them for gifts that nature leaves unacknowledged, or earnest labors I grade at B or less. They know some need of love that poets speak to, and few can absent their hearts from every class, however many dronings they may sleep through. They will mark a perfect image or a phrase, and hear it years from now, wilder than and new. The next poem I want to read is set in Newfoundland, which is where I was born. And it's about my great-grandfather, who was a bit of a character. There is an odd dialect word in here, cracky. A cracky in Newfoundland dialect is a small yapping dog, the kind of one that hangs onto your ankle. Okay. Woof. Whaler. Great-grandfather, whaler out of Nantucket, the harder sort who threw the harpoon, drew warm blood, made huge death on the open sea. Came home one year to find his land fenced for ecclesiastical uses, tore it all down, told the priest to go to hell and would do his own praying after that. Sailed till his knees went stiff with berry on a ship stuck in Antarctic ice. My father worshipped him, remembered his deft hands that could put an arsehole in a cracky with a hammer and a handsaw.
Oh.
There we go. Little blue pill to fix that. I think we're doing good. Thank you. The old man signaled his affections, crafty, hard of hearing, heard the boy's words, even took his daughter's orders when she called him sir. Grew old, jigging cod on the southern shore, then fell from a roof and lingered days to tell his last stories, empty his mouth of good oaths. What I have of him is my father's reverence for his silence, a sense that pain will kill you if you speak of it.